April 21st, the reading of the Science of Mind textbook in 1 year, continuing with chapter 11 entitled Mental and Spiritual Treatment. The first section is entitled The Way of Treatment. In treatment, we turn entirely away from the condition because as long as we look at it, we cannot overcome it. By thinking upon a condition, we tend to animate it with the life of our thought, and thereby it is perpetuated and magnified. Treatment is the science of inducing within mind concepts, acceptances, and realizations of peace, poise, power, plenty, health, happiness, and success, or whatever the particular need may be. Treatment is not willing things to happen, it is to provide within ourselves an avenue through which they may happen. Treatment opens up the avenues of thought, expands the consciousness, and lets reality through. It clarifies the mentality, removes the obstruction of thought, and lets in the light. It removes the obstruction of thought and lets in the light. It removes doubt and fear in the realization of the presence of spirit and is necessary while we are confronted by obstructions or obstacles. We already live in a perfect universe, but it needs to be seen mentally before it can become a part of our experience. Every problem is primarily mental, and the answer to all problems will be found in spiritual realization. It is necessarily it is necessary to state here that without an understanding of the limitless medium of subjectivity, there can be no full comprehension of how law operates when a treatment is given. Unless we understand the threefold nature of both man and the universe as active consciousness, which we call spirit, receptive or creative law, which we call the medium or universal subjectivity, and manifestation, which we call form or creation. Unless we realize further that as we deal with our own individuality, we are dealing with the universe, which has projected out of itself that which is like itself on a miniature scale. Unless we have this understanding, we shall be working much of the time on a basis of blind faith. As an illustration of the importance of this understanding, take the following. Suppose a man in New York wired a practitioner in Los Angeles explaining to him that he had been unable to sleep for weeks and that he wished treatment for insomnia. How would the practitioner go about this? The practitioner in Los Angeles knows that the man in New York fails to sleep because there is a lack of peace in his consciousness. There is a mental disturbance and the mind keeps working all night. The practitioner begins to think peace about this man. He does not say, "Now, John," supposing the man's name is John, you are going to be peaceful. Rather, he says to himself, John is peaceful. The practitioner does not send out thoughts nor suggestions. He realizes in his own mind the truth about this man. The practitioner treats the practitioner. That is, the practitioner treats the practitioner or the patient always. The practitioner begins to pour the uplifting truth into his own mind. John sleeps in peace, wakes in joy, and lives in good. There is no fear, no worry, no doubt, no confusion. He has not acquired the habit of wakefulness because his consciousness is filled with peace. Universal mind, being omnipresent, is wherever the man is who asks for help. If he is receptive to the harmony of the belief which the practitioner has poured into subjective mind, it will externalize for him at the level of the embodiment of the thought of the practitioner. Thus, the man, John, in New York, is helped through the work of the practitioner in Los Angeles. A practitioner works through the law of mind, definitely for someone else. He declares the truth about the person whom he is treating, stating that this person is a divine being, complete, happy, satisfied, conscious of his own spiritual being, that this thing which is causing him to suffer now is not a law, has no right to be, is no longer effective through him, cannot suggest anything to him, that he is free from it, that this word which the practitioner is speaking removes any obstruction in mind or obstruction in manifestation and allows the flow of life through this individual. He makes such statements to himself about this individual as tend to clear up in his thoughts his belief about the person whom he is treating until finally he comes to a place in his treatment where he says that the person is now all right. He is free from that condition. It can never return. That this is the truth about him. That this now is the truth. This is a formed treatment, stated definitely, stated definitely, a scientific treatment. To the average person, when a result is obtained by this method of work, it looks as though a miracle has happened, but such is not the case. It is only a miracle as everything else in life is a miracle. A definite conscious idea has been set in motion in the subjective world, which accepts ideas at their own valuation and tends to act upon them. And so it is. God bless. Peace be still. That's the end of the reading for April 21st, 2004. Amen.